This is lot number 906. He is a 12-year-old. He's like a flea-bitten gray, but he's a paint. The lady that sold this horse said that his sire is a paint Arabian and his dam was a quarter horse. And they bought him, and her daughter was going to show English. But she didn't. And he's just been rode at the lesson barn. He had been rode at the lesson barn, and he had been started under an English saddle, and that he was a nice horse, but he's not been ridden in almost 2 years. That since he was probably about a 10-year-old, he's not been ridden. Her daughter just lost interest, and that's why they sold him. So he is a 1/4 Arab, 1/4 paint, and 1/2 quarter horse. He is a very nice horse. He doesn't have a lot of idiosyncrasies. He doesn't have a lot of bad habits. No buck, no rear up. Her daughter now is only, I think, like 14, so she was young when they were riding him. And she did say that other than some just minor, just try a kid type little things, as soon as he knows he can't, and you kind of watched him try Charlie right there, that they've never had him do anything. He bathes, he shoes. Stop him and go the other direction. That was good. But he was used for lessons. She said for a little while they let the barn that he was at use him for lessons to help pay for his board, and then basically they ended up just taking him to a place where it was like $50 a month for pasture board, and that's where he's been. She said he's a very easy keeper. He's a loud color, flea-bitten, like Tobiano. He's like flea-bitten gray in spots and then white, but he's a Tobiano. And he's a cute mover. And again, he's part Arabian, part paint, part quarter horse. And he was trained for English. They did not say if he jumps or not. They just said that he... they just said that he had been used for English lessons. And he is he's a quiet rider. I could see that kids could learn to ride on him, especially in an arena environment. He's not spooky and he's okay. Stop him right there, Charlie. Yep, he's got a good little stop. He does move out nice, and he is going to be 12 this year. I think she said that he was actually born in the fall, so he's not going to be 12 until later in the year, but he's 12 this year. Lopes with no buck. Obviously not a Western horse, but she did say that her daughter rode English, and that they bought him to be an English horse. Again, he's not been ridden in 2 years, so please keep that in mind as you're watching him. He obviously will need a little bit of a tune-up because he's not been ridden in 2 years. So we're not talking about a horse that's been used every day. She said when her daughter first started to lose interest, they did let the lesson facility give lessons on him, but they were still having to pay partial board, and they ended up moving him to a pasture where they were just paying like $50 for him to be in the pasture. So that's where he's been the last 2 years. You can tell that he probably did belong to kids, and that he's got like little kid idiosyncrasies. Like the mom said that. Like the only thing is sometimes with kids, he'll see yeah, he's cute. He's a super cute horse. He's priced at $925. This is lot number 906. And he is a coming 12-year-old. Really nice, solid made. I guess we'll call him a kid's lesson horse, because that's the last thing that he did, was be a kid's lesson horse. But he's not been ridden in 2 years, so I think he did phenomenal. I think with a very small amount of riding, he could be awesome. He what? He does need his teeth done. Charlie said just do his teeth and slap some shoes on him, and you know what? His feet, really, they've kept him trim. She said they've kept him trim. Yeah, no, she said his feet have been trimmed, but his teeth just need floated. And I mean, you can tell that he was a nice horse with value and that he's just been turned out in the pasture for a long time. And that's okay. He'll be perfect for one of you guys. I really like him. So this is lot 906 Felix. He's $925. He was used for English lessons, and he is a very cool moving horse. He's not been ridden in 2 years, and we absolutely had no issues with him. He's a good made horse. Charlie is 5'8" with her boots on, rounding 5'9". Step off of him. That way you guys can see how tall he is. He's a big horse. Yeah, I mean, he's probably 15'1", so he's a good size horse, and he's a very stout made horse. He's a good solid horse. He's coming 12 years old, and he is a, they call him Pent, what do they call them? Pentabians? Something like that? I don't know. Okay, you guys, I'll get photos of him, and he's super cute.